Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of No Tea, Just Coffee.
Just coffee. Sorry.
I am Jordan.
And I'm Tam.
So today, y'all, the meat and potatoes. Well, first of all, thank you for coming back. We got a good episode in store for y'all.
And thank you if you're new.
Yes. And y'all, please subscribe, okay? Show us some love. All right. Anywho, so today's meat and potatoes, or the topic of the episode, is day ones and day twos. You know, the people you've been rocking with since you was in diapers, to the people that, like, damn.
What was it?
Tam, my God.
Day.
Hold on, you know what I got mixed
I didn't even realize you was trying to say my name.
It was Day and Tam. That's what happens, y'all. I ain't had my coffee today. Woo, child.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway, so Tam, you know what? Your email, her email. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that.
Nope,
But I'm not gonna say that. But it rings to that. Anyway, Tam is my day two, right?
Oh my God.
So we're gonna get into that and talk about all that is, and then our shoot the shit is. What is our shoot the shit, Tam?
I can't even remember.
I forget a man that cannot communicate, cannot lead.
Yes, that's
and
what it is.
We talk about communication all the time.
You know that is my number one thing.
That's her jam.
Okay.
All right, so let's get into it. Day ones and day twos.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, I think it's important because our day ones really help us in our adolescence. And it's like those good memories. You grew up together. But then your day twos, like I said with Tam, I was older. I was kind of more in a professional setting, more mature, in a more serious relationship. And they can kind of help you get through things in a different way, different situations.
Well, before we even get into that, how do you define a day one and day two? Because I think mine is a little like for me, it's not necessarily about like the time in my life necessarily, right? Like my day ones are my friends who have been with me.
Well, that's time, wouldn't it be?
Well, been with me from like the beginning, and I'm not even talking childhood. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like teenager, young adult, like where I'm really like, you know, and it could be, don't get me wrong. I have some day ones from like a kid, right?
Yeah.
And they are still with me. They've been with me or whatever. And then my day twos, they might have come shortly after I met my day ones, right? But maybe your day two are individuals that are close friends, but maybe they're not like your everyday, hang out, talk. They don't know all of your like inside scoops or whatever, but they're still like really good close friends. So, but you know,
that's
I don't know.
That's a different way to look at it.
Yeah.
I think I define it a little differently. I think I
have day threes too.
I don't know what day threes are, but
there's a tier. Okay.
I don't know. We're going to have to get into the threes. You got to tell me what that is. I mean, we can go all the way to what? I don't know, 10.
10.
But
right.
I will say, like, my day ones, like Jess would be a day one for me, high school. And then I've got a friend, Keisha. We've been rocking since we was in middle school. And I think that they really, like, there's absolutely no question of who I am to them. Like, they know me through and through. Like, when we get together, we can talk about anything and everything. And also, like, sometimes when you have newer friendships, like day twos, you're still getting to know each other. But with my day ones, I feel like I can truly just be myself.
Right.
Like, let my hair down, be authentic in every single way.
So you don't feel like you could be that way with your day twos? I could be that way a little bit with some of my day twos.
We said a little bit. So what's the little bit?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put a little bit.
Oh,
I'm sorry. No, I feel like I could be that way with who I would consider my day twos. So, okay.
I think it just depends.
So, okay, let me ask.
Yeah.
So I'm your day two. So you don't feel, you can't be open and honest with me? You don't feel like you can?
Of course I can be open and honest, but
You're reserved.
a little bit.
Really?
Not, and it really don't have nothing to do with you.
No, I don't take offense to it at all. But I'm
like,
surprised.
I guess like Keisha, for instance, she was with me when my mom passed.
Right.
You know what I mean? So she knows, she has seen me at my worst. Mm-hmm. She has experienced all the emotions around that and then some. And then she's been through me multiple different relationships, different jobs, different seasons. And so,
because I feel like you didn't see me cry, break down.
But I haven't seen you at your worst.
I mean, I don't.
I mean, like,
I'm also not super super emotional like that. A lot of my day ones hasn't even seen. That's, you know what I mean. So like,
I think for me, it just depends on the journey that we've been through, and I don't know. It's just, I don't even know how to explain it. But like day 2's, I mean, we've been friends for almost 8 years. So
dang. Has it been that long?
Or 8? Has it been 8?
Yeah, I mean, that's 7 or 8. Yeah.
But I think we experienced a lot of happiness together. You know what I mean? A lot of joy. And so I haven't really been, I have been like sad, I guess, with my relationship and going through issues like that. But we've never, tragedy. Like, I've never been through extreme tragedies with you and stuff like that. Not that we won't ever, but I think it just, I don't know.
So that defines a day?
For me, I think it does. Okay. For me, I think like my day ones, we've been through the trenches together.
No, I 1000% agree with it.
We ain't been through the trenches yet.
It's the day 2 part.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just look at it like, but we ain't been through no trenches yet.
I'm not. Look,
it probably won't.
Let me just say, when I say I am not offended at all. I'm just it's just interesting, like, your perspective on it.
And honestly too, like, my day ones, to be honest, don't really, like, Tam required me to be, not that my day was, because they gonna see this and be like, girl, yes we do. But Tam required a different part of me to progress. Like, I was a bad communicator. I was very stubborn. But then when I became friends with Tam, I kind of had to like get it together, because Tam is a communicator. My day ones, they ain't pushing me like that as much as maybe my day 2's. Like Tiara's probably a day 2 for me. She pushes me in a different way.
Okay.
In a grown way, I guess. Like, I was a kid with most of the time with my day ones. And so my day 2's, where I'm at, a lot of them came when I was a young professional and just kind of like rounding my edges a little bit.
Yeah.
So
that makes, again, it makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't really know how to really define it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if I mean, I get the like the time frame of it all. Like, that makes perfect sense. I understand, like, we ain't, we've been through everything. I get that, right?
Yeah.
Because even my day ones, we have experienced some things with each other. Again, for me, I'm not, knock on some wood.
Yeah.
Like, major, and you have with my brother.
Yeah, you're right.
Like that, if I had to say, like,
that's true.
Like that alone, and it still is, right? Well,
and that's true with Alfred. When he was diagnosed, you was there.
Right.
But you know what I mean? Like, you know how, like, okay, so say, like, I'm in the room and then your best friend's in the room, your day ones or whatever. There's a level that they know about you that I won't ever know. You know what I mean? There's like at your core that I don't think.
Yeah, no.
You know
like,
what I mean?
Yeah, like, you don't
explain it.
Yeah, you won't know, like,
I can't.
Hey, you remember when we was on the east side? Like,
like, there's a level of Tam that they hold near and dear to their heart, and you do too, that I probably won't experience just because of when we met. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think I'm not saying one friendship is more valuable than the other, because really some of your day ones, sometimes you grow out of your day ones. I
was just going to say, there are several day ones.
Yeah.
That, unfortunately I have, especially like once I went away to college.
Oh yeah, that's
like
true.
that was actually really telling for me.
Yeah, you're right.
And my mom always used to say, as well.
Yeah.
Like when you go away to college, like that's when you will find your true friends, like your real friends, right?
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, right, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's
baby,
true.
when I tell you, that's exactly what happened. So
yeah,
I have lost like some day ones, you know, that would be considered day ones.
Yeah.
After I went to college, but who I consider my day ones, we met when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Right. And then we probably got we got closer or tighter after college.
Okay.
So they were always around.
Yeah.
Right. But we didn't really start to like connect like that until after college. So like my timing of who my day ones are, I was a little bit older.
Yeah.
Although I had day ones, you know, I could think back to several relationships where I knew them as a child and we were connected at the hip, and then that just
faded out.
Just faded out. Yeah. Or even in high school, you know, there were a few people where we was like this, right? Yep. And just, you know, kind of faded out.
Well, let me ask you this. So would that be considered, because I have maybe 2 or 3 friends that I don't really consider my day ones because we're not friends like that anymore.
No,
anymore.
No, absolutely not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess I was referring to like
what
in the
sense
of time, like timing in my life, right?
Yeah.
If we were still if we were still,
that's true.
Friends, but
you know, I would say like there's probably 3 friends, and it's, now that I'm thinking about it, as you get older, some of my what I thought would have been my day ones, I never thought that they wouldn't be.
Right. Or they've moved
in my life today because of how close we were.
Or they kind of like moved down.
Oh, what's that mean?
Like, and I don't know, they wouldn't be, I guess, a day 2 necessarily, because, you know, we can use the example of, I can think of someone who I knew from childhood, right? And as we started to get older, we started to separate, but we're still in communication. Like we still talk, keep in touch. We still talk, like, and when we do, it's like, you know, we don't miss a beat.
Yeah.
But
it's not necessarily,
you're no longer a day one. You know what I mean? Like, you're still a friend.
Okay, I was gonna say, do you consider them a friend?
Yeah, you're still a friend.
Yeah.
But because we ain't in it all the time.
Yeah.
You're now just a friend. Yeah. Whereas if I see them, I'm like, that's my day one. You know what I mean?
Yes, there is
now,
a difference.
I will never be like, that's my day 2.
No, I would never.
Can you imagine? Something like, that's my day 2?
Yeah,
and
like, I don't even think I would. I probably would not say, because and Tam knows, like, whenever I do things, I'll have all my friends. Like, if I say, let's go to a concert, I'm going to have, whether we met, like Tam and I 8 years ago, whether we met 20 years ago, all these friends, because I don't look at them differently, but I know why they are here in my life and in what stage. Yep. And I do know the importance and what they have helped me with at certain points in my life. Yeah. Like Jess was very instrumental in high school, because I had just lost my mom. And I was just in a tough spot. And Jess is a very lively, bubbly, just happy-go-lucky kind of person. And so she kind of pulled me out of that rut. So, So yeah.
No, I'm big on, like, all of my best friends, we have hung out together. That's one thing my mom taught me growing up. She always, and even still to this very day, like for her 60th birthday, she had all of her best friends together. Yeah. And they have all been on a trip, or they have a text group, like, you know what I mean? Like, so that's one thing that I learned from my mom. It's like, it doesn't matter who you met, where you met, how close you are to this one, whatever. Like, you want to bring them together.
You know why? Because you're the common denominator.
Absolutely.
If you have a good heart, you're not gonna pick nobody that's gonna come to your friend group and tear everything up. Like and because they respect you too, we're gonna work it out. Like, and you can kind of tell too, like when you get your friends together. You know, I have been invited to friend groups that you can kind of tell there's maybe a rift with one of the other friends.
Ooh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so uncomfortable. And you can kind of tell, like, well, they got some things they got to work out. Or that friend just don't like being around the other friends. But
I do have a friend. Like, she jokes about this, but low-key.
She's serious.
She's serious. Like, that whole no new friends.
Oh,
like,
she's serious?
Oh, my gosh. Like, she'll joke around like and she know who she is too, okay? Like, if I post like let's say like I post a photo or something like you and I look like we're having fun. She'll be like, oh yeah? Like, you know, like she does that stuff. Actually, it got to the point, it got bad. Ooh. Well, not bad, but it got to the point where I got to be careful on how, like, when I say like my best friend, I need to make sure I clarify that I have more than one.
More than one. Like, yes. Because, I mean, that is true.
Yeah.
You're going to have more than one best friend. Because I really don't have, well, I have friends that are kind of in between best. Because, like, when somebody said, this is my friend, sometimes that just doesn't explain. Like, what's the middle ground? What's between best friend and friend? Because sometimes that's not just a friend and then we ain't best yet. It's like in that middle space where it's a little more than just friend, because friend can just be taken lightly sometimes.
I mean, there's so many different terms. You have acquaintances. I have plenty of those. Yeah. You have friends. You have best friends. You have your day ones. And I was going to ask, so, because I had mentioned this particular best friend I'm talking about. Yeah. She wouldn't be considered a day one. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I met her. I was like 23 or something like that.
That's true.
But she's a best friend of mine over my day ones.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's true. I mean, like.
And that just sounded so bad. I'm not even going to say over my day ones because.
Just closer.
Yes. Like, she is my best friend. But even with my day ones, I will
absolutely
drop everything as well as like for my best friends, right?
It's just not as consistent.
I was just gonna say it's just not as consistent,
and that really, again, that's all about like the stage in which both of you are at. It just may be at the time where y'all can hang out more and proximity. Because one of my friends lives all the way in Texas. If she lived here, we'd see each other probably every other weekend, right? But then when we get together, we never missed a beat. But I'm closer to like one of my day twos. I didn't meet her. She's Alfred's cousin. I didn't meet her till I was in my mid-20s. And that's my best friend. Like, that's actually my sister. I call her my sister. So, and we're closer than some of the, day ones just because we see each other so often and, timing and all of that kind of aligned. So, yeah. I mean, all of them are a part of, I guess, my community in which helped me become who I am today. Absolutely. Like any of my day ones, any of my day twos, they mean just as much. It's just we have different connections,
And to be honest, I don't know if I've ever really like. I'm not gonna say. Well, yeah, separated. I get like between a day one and a day two. Either you're my day one, or you are a friend of mine. You know what I mean? I've never really thought of it as a day two. Although I get like your perspective of it, but like just thinking about it, I'm like, I ain't never really thought about it honestly, that way.
I don't think, where did we get this?
I don't know.
We saw something and it was like my day ones and day twos. And we're like, that would be a good topic. But quite honestly,
you just don't think about that.
You don't really think about it.
It's literally like, yeah, that's my day one. Like, they've been with me since whatever.
My childhood friend or, well, even childhood friend don't mean that y'all close. Now that I'm thinking, because some people are like, oh, that's my childhood friend so-and-so.
Well, I've even said, like, you've heard people say like, oh yeah, that was my high school best friend.
Don't even talk no more.
Don't even talk no more.
I'm been there.
Been there.
Never even thought that at 37 we would not even be.
God, don't even get me started with that one. Yes,
like someone you like somebody.
I'm not gonna lie, that one kind of hurts my heart a little bit because you couldn't tell me.
No, together almost every other day.
Oh my gosh, you couldn't tell me that we there.
And because I think we parted when we were adults, I think that's why I'm like I would have never thought.
Never. And a lot of people.
Yeah.
Would have never thought.
Yeah.
Because, when you find that best friend in high school, you are connected at the hips.
Absolutely.
You do everything together.
And then when you get into really living your life, you go through some things with them too, trying to figure out like working. And then you start going to the club. You have experiences there. You have relationships. You dating. You got all these things going on. So, yeah, you couldn't have told me, but
dang.
Yeah. I know.
Thanks for bringing that up, Jordan.
I know, but yeah. I mean, I do have a day one, and I don't even think, and it's crazy, we've been friends probably since I was in second grade, and we don't talk every day, but she's closer to me. She's literally like a cousin.
Okay.
I mean, we're not blood related, but we've been friends for so long. There's not anything she doesn't know, and nothing I don't know about her.
Right.
I mean, it's just... And that's probably the longest friendship I have had and do have. Yeah.
So you would agree that it's really about like how much one knows of you.
To me, well, I don't know. Now that we're talking this out.
Or experiences that you.
Because there's probably things that my day twos know.
Right, same.
That my day ones don't.
Or there are things that I've experienced more.
True.
With,
Yeah. And I think it's just because, like, the stage I was at in my life and the stage I am at. I was a full-grown woman when I met Tam. You know what I mean?
Right, seriously.
The things that I went through my day ones, I was a kid. Young, very young. So, I think it just depends. But I think they all hold a special part in my heart.
I agree.
And truly are instrumental really in where I am, how I move.
Even
all
like,
of that.
Even like my acquaintances. Like I think all the people that I keep in my circle or in my
that's true
bubble or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they all
have a special meaning.
Or have played or they have a special meaning. Whether you are my party friend. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
seriously. No, that's true.
Because nobody else, because my day ones don't want to, whatever. Like, I think all the people, whether you're my day one, which, I would consider those that, again, knew me from what I would consider like the beginning and that are still in my life.
Yeah, I agree. That's it.
So whether the beginning
whatever
that was and are still in my lives. Like those are my day ones, right? And again, my day ones, I met them at the age of 16. Yeah. And they're still very present in my life, Yeah. And then along the way, we grew the group and added more people and whatnot. So
I mean, because like Tam and I, we done worked together for so long. So it's like we have experienced things within the workplace. Yeah. That has been true madness. Okay. And we've had to do things. It's like, and nobody else will know what that feeling is and what we had to go through but Tam. Same thing with Tiara. We've experienced something so unique in the workplace that made our friendship stronger and nobody else will know what that is but her and I.
And also like with you and I, like it started in the workplace, but obviously it's expanded outside of the workplace,
Yeah. I mean, that's very true. But I think it's just there's like a common thread because like who I am, they match my fly. You know what I mean? Like they just day ones and day twos. There's nothing that needs to be said. Right. We get each other. We know how to vibe with each other. It's a common understanding. Yep. So
I agree.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to like boggle your brain with these questions.
No, this is good. This is good. Yeah. I mean, I truly I'm just blessed to have the friends that I do have.
Ditto.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you just can't really get through life without friendship.
Without friendship, child.
I mean, because a man just ain't no slave. No, but seriously. Because we're women. We know there's that thing that we just know each other. I love my husband to death. But there's things that I can't talk to him about that I can talk to Tim about.
Right.
You know, and
sometimes you don't want to talk, you know? like, I don't want to talk to you about this.
Girl, I had cramps. He don't know. He don't even know what that is.
Oh,
right.
Dang, okay. Like,
like the women problem.
My
So,
gosh.
Anywho, so yeah. So before we move on to the shoot the shit, y'all, tell me, like, do y'all have day ones, day twos? Do y'all even think about it? Is it something that y'all say, okay, I've been rocking with this person. That's my day one. This is my day twos. Look,
I want to know what's the difference.
Yeah, it's hard.
I want to know what you think, if you even think there is a difference between a day one and day two.
Yeah. I mean, some people may not even have day one.
I'm about to say, do you even separate them? Like,
right.
I just want to know. I have so many questions.
Yeah. Let us know what y'all think about the whole
because we over here struggling.
Day one, day two. Definition of it is very hard. So yeah, let me know what y'all define it as.
Oh man.
Okay, you ready to move on to shoot the shit?
Let's do it.
We getting kind of serious on this one. So I think Tam saw something, and it's a really good one. It's a man who cannot communicate cannot lead.
Woo.
That's a strong statement.
That's strong.
I know. I feel like Donnie McClurkin needs to be in the background singing a gospel song. But the truth of the matter is that's facts. Because, you know, for instance, for example, my household is led by Alfred. And if
he can't communicate effectively on what we turning left or right, like
he got the map
straight. Like, you gotta let me know.
Like, he's holding the map.
Yes.
I mean, of course.
No, you're holding. Yes.
I mean, I'm gonna be like, you need to watch out for that. You need to pay attention to this. You see that? I mean, of course, we're gonna communicate, but a man really does have the map of where he intends his family to go. And you must communicate that to your significant other. It's not
you just gotta communicate, man. Like, that is just
because how you gonna get there if you don't communicate on what your intention is?
I feel like a broken record on this topic because it is just so key to me.
Yeah,
in all areas of any relationship. It doesn't have to be like with your significant other. It could be with a friendship. Like, just communication. I know it sounds so cliche, but it's so key.
But a lot of things can be misinterpreted if you don't communicate. You know, going back to just a relationship, if you don't know if your significant other or if your man doesn't see a long-term relationship with you, a short-term relationship with you, if you're going along this journey with him and he doesn't say what it is, you're going to be lost.
But I think I was just thinking about this as you were talking because the last episode, I think you kind of mentioned this about what if they don't know how to? Oh,
yeah, true. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Now, for some, that might be a turnoff, but if you feel like this person is significant enough in your life, like, do you teach them how to guide you specifically? You know what I mean? Do you teach them how to communicate and like
you kind of have to? I mean, well, you know, they say the woman is the neck, and the man is the head.
Yes,
I mean, truly, that's kind of what it is. It's like the man may not know how to communicate his intentions or his goals or whatever. So you do have to, as women, we have to kind of foster.
Because they might only know how to do it maybe through action and not through words. Yeah. You know what I mean? But this isn't Pictionary, okay?
I was just going to say, because if you're not you know saying it, well, and it kind of goes back to like, what does it say? Actions speak louder than words. But in this case, words. Right. Let's go back. Okay. Because if you are wanting to lead, because men want to lead in a relationship.
Yes, they do.
They don't want us to be nagging them or to ask them questions. But we are going to nag and we're going to ask questions.
Because that's just how we're built.
If we're uncertain, if we don't feel safe and we can't trust you.
all the
where we going?
Page, all right. Like I have all the questions.
Now, what's the plan?
And that's what you just said is key. Like if we don't feel safe in the direction that you're leading us, oh baby, I ain't going down that road. It's too dark.
And that's oftentimes when you have a broken household.
Yeah,
is because, and I see some things about, and it's not every situation, but it sometimes irritates me when you see men get down on women because they are more boisterous or they're, they kind of a little more aggressive in the household. And I'm not saying in every case, because some women are just naturally that way. Yes. They're not going to let the man lead.
Right. That is true. Yes.
But if he is showing full intention that he's trying to lead the household, then a woman will step back.
Absolutely. What?
They'll step back.
Like
that's
absolutely.
Just you think we want to do everything?
Right.
We do not want to lead the household, pay the bills, raise the children, cook the
and now we also have to tell you how to like.
Now we got give me the map.
Right.
Now we got to take the map and draw out.
And we're like what?
That's why it's a unit.
Yeah.
Now if you don't, she is gonna take over. Absolutely. She's truly gonna take over and not let you make any decisions.
Especially if you're coming into a relationship with a independent woman.
Yeah.
Because I can think back to a previous relationship I had where first off, I'm very independent. That's just how I was raised, and that is one thing I love about myself. Yeah. But also, I know how to fall back, right? I know how to fall back.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about a previous relationship where my ex, he was trying to lead. And I was like, yeah, no, this ain't it. I don't trust it. Right? But really, I mean, if I were to be honest, really it was me just needing to just be like, you know what, Tam, just let it go. And unless if you don't end up in the hospital or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like you just kind of have to trust it, right? So it was a thing for me as just being independent for so long, it was hard to kind of let it go. You gotta
let off the gas a little bit.
Yes.
But I'm not letting off the gas until I see a reason as to let off the gas. Like, it is hard. Like, I have a friend, she know who she is, who is very independent, was raised by a very independent mom. And sometimes she don't let off the gas, but, it's trying to find that balance of, naturally, she's always going to want to try to take over.
Somewhere, yeah.
But then I think if she sees that this person is allowing her to get off the gas and be a little more dominant, it's a balance, because sometimes you can...
That's what I was going to say.
As a woman, be too much, and then the man will fall back and be like, I'm not about to sit here and argue with you and be in this tug and pull to try to lead. Yeah. But now,
Now, I will say, though, if you are dealing with someone that's independent, it like you said, it is like a balance. Like,
it's a balance.
What I will never do is completely let go of my independence.
Yeah. Oh, no.
So you have to know that you're getting with an independent woman. Yes. And so you need to allow her to still be able to do some things. I will never forget an incident. It was so crazy and minute. I went to go change a light bulb.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, just like this. Okay? I didn't have to get on a ladder, a step, or nothing.
Just simple.
Just right here.
Yeah.
Do you know, I was with a person, and he...
went off.
He was in his feelings.
Because you changed the light
bulb.
Because
I changed the light bulb.
Now, he didn't took it too far.
Now, wait a minute, sir.
That's too much.
That's too much.
Ain't nobody doing that. And anyway, in the household, we both changing light bulbs, okay? What does it matter?
Now, I had other lights that required me to get on a stool or step. You got that, buddy. You got that
more strenuous.
But if I could do this, I'm going to need you to chill out, right?
Listen. So. Now, I ain't doing no home projects, okay? Like, Alfred, I'll order, but he going to have to put it together. Now, he may not put it together right away, and I will patiently wait.
Right.
It used to irritate me, but now... Well, what I'm irritated about, because I'm not putting it together.
Right.
So I'll order it. It'll just be sitting in the office in a box. When he want to put it together, he can put it together. Because I'm not. Like, there are certain things I'm like, why am I getting irritated? Because I wasn't going to do it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, but just going back to, like, if you are dating someone that's independent, like, you just have to allow them to kind of have a little bit of independence. But at the end of the day, at least for me,
yeah,
like I was willing, and I did. Like I let him lead,
back
but like
up a bit, yeah.
But I could change the damn light bulb.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, I think leading. Okay, for instance, like, you know, Tam and I work in the same department. We're independent, but you still need to be led.
Yes, very much.
Even if you are independent, you still have to have some type of map and direction.
Guidance, support, all that. Yeah.
Especially if you're taking on that role.
Yes.
Because
exactly.
Other than that, if you just think about the simplicity of it, I'm going to be independently leading. Because you're not doing it.
Because you're not doing it.
So I think just naturally, like an independent woman, we will have, I'm independent, but I will know when I need to step back and let Alfred lead. Because he showed me.
Yeah.
Now, in the beginning, it wasn't all that, but.
Okay, so I want to go back to the point, though. Like, yes, a man can show you.
Yeah.
Okay, but sometimes, like we said before, we need you to communicate it too.
I agree.
You know,
I agree.
Like, show me you can lead.
Yeah,
but like
communication is part of that.
Can you also describe what you're trying to lead?
That's right.
Can you tell me what we're trying to do?
Because you have a lot of.
Can you communicate in general?
Right.
And for me, I'm gonna know that just in how we handle conflict.
There we go. Yeah, and I think that's a good point, because it's not just a man sitting down with you and saying, this is what I have, or these are my intentions with this family. You know, it's not that. It's kind of like Tam said, it's everything on how you handle me, our love, the communication with me, our child, if we have children together. I mean, heck, how you take care of your responsibilities, how you communicate, you know, if we go through, you know, difficulties.
And also one thing, something that I even look at is, how are you, like, even at work? Like, how are you handling certain things that, you know, like all of that.
Yeah, if you childish at work, you're childish at home.
Okay.
You just pretending. You just wearing the pants, wearing the shoes.
Right.
But you're not really performing.
Yeah. It's everything. It's everything. All around.
Like,
so.
Stop the nonsense. Stop playing with me.
Right.
Like, don't pretend, because that's really when the woman gonna really like back up. I got this, because now you pretending. We done got into this mess because you pretending like you had it. Now I got to take over, because now I got to lead. So it's in actions, it's in communication, and even if you don't, because Tam was saying, like, if you don't know how to communicate, you have to communicate that.
Right.
Hey, babe, I don't know how to communicate very well, but this is what I would like to see happen. Because really,
let me tell you, that's a turn on, okay? When you can just be transparent. Ooh-wee. Like, if you don't know, because then I'm like, it's okay. Let's do this together.
Because it's always going to be together anyway.
Right. Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
You know, I may not agree with every single thing that Alfred says, but that's what a relationship is about.
Right.
It's coming to a commonality. But if there's major decisions, I do depend on Alfred to make that decision. Yeah. And us work through how we're going to do it. But, and that doesn't.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking about this. You even have to think about, because I could think about one of my best friends and a decision that her husband, well, they made it collectively, but like they had to move the family for his job.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, like.
That's a risk.
And that's a big sit down type of discussion that needs to be had. Yeah. Like, look, we need to move because of my job, and this is how we're going to do it. Like, you know, so like you have to, that stuff, it's key. It's important. You just have to be able to like,
navigate that.
Navigate it.
And honestly, it doesn't happen overnight.
No.
Like, you think where we are, I mean, it's growth. It really starts with accepting your shortcomings and working on them. You know, like, if I have shortcomings, I can't sit here and tell Alfred, you must lead the family, and then I'm over here acting ratchet. You know what I mean? Ain't got it together. Right. So also, as the partner of the one who is leading, you have to get yourself together too.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because he might be the captain, but you got to still man the ship.
You're the co-captain.
Right. So
you still have some responsibility as
because if
well.
he go down, you got to be able to
You got to take it.
You know what I mean?
You got to jump in.
So don't just.
So can
put
you
it
communicate
all,
as well? Right. While we talking, wait. As the co-captain, can you also communicate?
It's a team effort. We do expect the man to lead. It will not happen overnight. The woman helps to facilitate that growth and vice versa.
Yeah.
And you know, some men may not know how to lead because they didn't come from households that mimic that.
Yep.
They may not have had a man that showed them
how to. They didn't have that example and how to communicate with others effectively. Like,
but you need to seek information.
Yeah, and you have to again be transparent. And that you don't know how to.
Absolutely.
And look, we'll work with you. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, whether that's therapy, an elder, an uncle, somebody at work, a mentor, whatever, and that's what I think is like people who don't seek help, like whether that's asking a friend or really trying to show growth, they'll never be able to lead.
Yeah.
They just won't.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's perfect, and you have to accept that I may need to grow in this area, because if you are going to take on leadership in your household, you have to do the work.
Yeah.
You just have to.
I agree.
So.
Well, this shoot the shit turned into another half of an episode.
Wait, we got real serious.
That was good. I mean, well, you did say it was a serious topic.
It was serious.
Yeah, it was a good one though. Yeah, but I ain't got nothing else.
Now that we got that taken care of, all right. Well, y'all, thanks for tuning in again with us. Let us know what y'all think in the comments. Do not forget to subscribe. Show us some love, y'all, and come back and see us.
Click on the button.
Yes. Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yep.
All that.
All that.
But until then, don't forget, no tea.
Just coffee.
Bye.
Bye.